Halloween is coming up. We've got ghouls, goblins, and braids. Yes, it's a deck I'm calling Sacrifice Black. Been running into it a little bit on the ladder, and I thought I'd build it myself and see how it ticks. Main build around here is Braids, Arisen Nightmare. And she is a nightmare to deal with if she sticks on the battlefield. A 3/3 legendary creature. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. So we're going to have stuff that is opportunistic to sacrifice, not only for Braids, but for a new card from Whoa, Beseech the Mirror. Sorry, my voice is kind of getting a little sick again. When you have small children. Beseech the Mirror, if you don't know, has Bargain, which means you can sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token. So that's what we're going to have some ways to do that in the deck, and then we can grab a card out of the deck. If its mana value is 4 or less, we can put it into play. So we got some one-of fun-ofs like Arisen Arena if we need card draw. Of course, we can dial up Shieldred. We can dial up a little mini board wipe here. We can dial up Liliana. We can get our Braids. And then, I guess if we really need to, we can get a land, which I did one time, so I could hit the 7 mana to play Virtue of Persistence and then start getting Shieldreds and everything else out of the graveyard. So that's kind of fun. Tons of discard in the deck. 4 of the Virus Beetle, obviously great to sacrifice to both Braids and to Beseech the Mirror. Hopeless Nightmare, also great to sacrifice to Braids and Beseech the Mirror. Also 2 of Duress. I just found out, there's all these black-white Planeswalker decks running around, and if you can Duress the Planeswalkers out of their opening hand or out of their hand later in the game, you can have a chance. You can also use Shieldred's Edict to get rid of Planeswalkers. And just be aware of those. And then, idea, if we can keep the board pretty clear and stick a Liliana, then we just start making people discard with Liliana and disrupting the board and having fun. Virtue of Persistence, nice removal on the Lochthwain Scorn side. -3/-3 and gain 2 life, good against the aggro decks. And the Phyrexian Fleshgorger is an artifact, so it can be bargained, and it's Menace lifelink. And it's not bad to bring out of the graveyard as a 7/5 also. So Mirrex can make us tokens that are also artifacts, so good for bargain fodder or just for winning on an empty board. And a couple Field of Ruins to deal with opponents' own decks that make creatures. So that is the deck, Sacrifice Black. Stick around to the very end to see the win rate. I'll show you, what the deck actually played. Not just what was able to show on camera, but, how the deck has been winning. And then deck list in the description. As usual, if it's not there, leave me a comment. Best thing you can do for the channel if you want to support it is subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, if you are subscribed, thank you very much. We are going to do a giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Just did one at 500. Somebody opened a Jeweled Lotus, so that was pretty cool. All right, let's go to the matches. Attempting to lock them down with Sacrifice Black. Do the Thriller voiceover. Something, tomb are closing in to seal your doom. What are we up against? Show us your hand. Well, or show us one card in your hand. Gonna need that. Interesting. Adventurous, eh? We got our 3rd land. Lightning Strike. Electrostatic Infantry. Don't attack. That's probably wise. Question is, do I Path of Peril this turn, or do I just wait? I could crack the Hopeless Nightmare. I'll just wait. A little bit of slow play here. They might go off with the infantry. Okay, they played another. Sure. What do we want on top here? Braids is good. Then we'll eventually want to land, right? But maybe that's fine. We don't need 5 lands. Here go, opponent. They have another creature. Gonna sift for 1. Monstrous Rage. Not useful. Play with fire. More sifting. Okay, okay. I can see a path here. Yeah! Take that, mono red. Getting in the Halloween spirit with a nasty little black deck. Sacrifice black. Alright, well, I'm gonna be ripping somebody's hand apart. Okay. The Shieldred's Edict doesn't actually do anything against us yet. They're going to discard one of the Shieldreds to a Hopeless Nightmare, and then I guess what they'll discard after that. What? My prediction was completely correct. Might lose the Underdog because you can bring it back out of the graveyard, but no, they just... Yeah, oh no, they did do the Underdog. Underdog. Okay, well, if we play this guy, it gets edicted. So I'm just going to pass the turn, I think, and crack this. Unless I get something good worth edicting myself. Also, just playing it coy. Virus Beetle is great. We don't need the swamp. Virus Beetle essentially turns off their edict, right? Because we can just sacrifice that to the edict. Opponent, what are they going to lose? Possibly a land if their last card is a land. Lose the edict. Okay. So here comes Shieldred. Right on time. Fortunately, we do have to worry about the Underdog with the Liliana. Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator, makes 2 1/1s. Now we got 2 Lilianas, so make them lose one of the 1/1s, and then now Flesh Gorgeous George. We'll save the Virus Beetle as a jump blocker. So we can really let this Liliana die because we got another one coming. Oh, the Planeswalkers keep coming.
Violence is necessary to set things right. You will serve me well.
don't really want to attack here because I need 2 creatures. We could have discarded the land.
Darkness, I return.
They're gonna hit us hard here. Get some cards off the top that are good. Could put a stop. Nope. Apparently I didn't put it fast enough. Arisen Arena is a bit late to the party. I think we're now in deep doo-doo. Well, maybe we can win a race. They're drawing lots of cards off this underdog. They have a Liliana.
And you think you can win?
More of the classic black build. We disrupted him for a minute. Ceiling curtain, it's interesting. That?
Don't overthink things.
This game is getting interesting. I don't think we're out of it yet. We're at 24 life. Opponent is way ahead on board. Get that board wipe that wipes. Okay, they're willing to give up their Liliana. Ugh, land. Land!
Here comes the flood. Drink up, dreamers, you're running dry.
We need to beseech the mirror off the top. Wipe the board. And we'll be in good shape. We're going to take a big hit. Go to 7. They go to 11. Actually 10 though. Oh my goodness. Really? Really, Larry? Do I have to jump block here? I go to 9. I'm gonna lose 1. Potentially 8. Guess we're no attacks. Just got flooded out. Losing to flood. It's no fun. And we would continue to lose to flood. Look at that. Shuffler truth. block that, but I'm still dead, right? 9, 6, 7, 8, 10. Alright. Big game. But we ended at -1. Up against Rahab. Captain Rahab. We go first. Look, we don't go first that often. This deck really likes to go first. Well, we'll get our 1-drop a little bit late there. Is this the green-black mid-range deck? Could be. It is a far superior deck. But you never know. Some days... Sacrifice the beetle. I think I will. Heard something buzzing around. Getting paranoid. They drop a Liliana.
Off
I
you
didn't know when they
go.
ditched a Liliana that they had another one. That is my fault. We'll just try to empty our hand first, and then we can Liliana all the way to the bank. Red Knight. Sin upon my head, Dread Sovereign. Well, that's tricky because they can bring that back out of the graveyard to smash
Something's
Liliana, which would be sad.
it's not my sacrifices must be made.
I guess they can't cast this as an adventure if they do. They go for a shielded. Yes. Another Tenacious Underdog into the yard. Maybe we should be running Tenacious Underdog. Probably should be.
Drop it.
They're both coming at... Well. We'll get to draw a card off this, sadly. Down to 7, though. I think we want to crack one of these hopeless... Promise something good. Promise something good. That works. What am I? Okay. You will die. You will also die.
Done here. It's no fun. I've always hated crowds.
And hit you for 4. You go to 3. You better draw something good quick. Oh, you did. Now we are in deep doo-doo. How do we deal that last 2 damage? Oh, that's how. Good game. What are people doing for Halloween? My neighborhood is pretty good. They like two streets that organize a mutual time for different ages of kids. The little ones can go out when it's still a little bit light out. They get their candy, and then the teenagers can do their teenager thing. Like a keepable hand, a little bit heavy on the lands. Obviously, Mirrex we got to be careful with because we want to be able to beseech the mirror on 4 eventually. Now we don't have to worry about it. We got 3 swamps. We got a Flesh Gorgeous George, which should be good against this group here. I might just lightning bolt the Flesh Gorger. Yep. Lightning strike. Shows my age. I called it a lightning bolt. Standard many a year. Bargain. We'll get Child Reed. Cast it. Opponent had a Rending Flame. Wow, okay, nice. I'm not going to trigger Godric this turn, though. Okay, so we're probably just dead, because now we don't have anything to bargain when we beseech the mirror. I can get, what do I get? This that gains the life, but it's just another Shieldred. Probably need the board wipe, actually. Phoenix Chick. That is it. Oh, mono red. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. Y'all's neighborhood? Ooh, this hand seems kind of terrible. Well, it does go first. I mean, the double braids is already a mulligan, so I'll just take that. Keep 6. What? We don't know which. We'd rather have the flesh or the Liliana, or we could risk it and drop a land. Let's be risky.
There should be no risk management. Study risk-taking, not risk management.
It's time to turn it up, game on.
Risky business.
Mono red. We need those -3, -3, gain 2 life. Oh boy, geese. Swift Spear. Swift Spear. Ooh. Not great, Bob. You need to land off the top next turn. Not want to lose our Godric. Whatever they kept is better than Godric. Godric, are you there? It's me, Margaret. I think I'm gonna no block. We just hope they don't have removal, I guess. No removal, no removal, no removal. Godric, number 2. Might be stabilizing here. Or we might not. This can deal the most damage, right? We're still alive here. Leech the mirror, we don't have the mana for it. Can make them lose the other Swift Spear. What are you gonna do?
One of your friends has to leave.
Actually, have to attack with that, but if they have removal, then we will be glad we attacked with that. I think that's the correct play. One more mana we can beseech for. Shieldred, and I think we're in good shape. Let's protect ourselves from 3 damage. Is that worth it?
Knew this was a waste of time.
Huh. What is stuck in their hand? You got some 4-drops? You got 4-drops? A lot of 4-drops in your mono red aggro? Are they just trying to double permanent with Godric here? We're back up to 14, and they're at 12. So, this is feeling not too bad. They almost definitely have a way to kill this Flesh Gorger. Monstrous Rage. If it's Monstrous Rage, it's a trade. Oh no, it's not a trade because it goes up to 4. Oopsie. Have a life trade? Yes. Aha! Beseech Data Mirror. Doesn't matter what we do with that because we're beseeching the mirror. Mildred. Very hard to deal with. Gain some life. They are down to 7. I think we just don't block here. The chances they can deal us 15 damage this turn seem relatively low. Suppose they could have just all Monstrous Rages in their hand. Get this Swift Spear to be absolutely huge. Woo! Eat it, mono red. Okay, so do I recommend you craft this deck? I do not. We ended up with a 30% win rate. I don't think that's entirely fair. The deck was about closer to 50% win rate when I was testing it and getting the levels of the cards. So we just had some bad luck and opponents had some good luck. But It is 50% on the draw and 25% on the play, and we seem to always be on the play. Can beat mono red, and we did beat the green black midrange deck, but not lining up the best against the rest of the meta. Anyways, thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Mana Dad, reminding you that Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. And happy Halloween. Adios.